Alright guys, so I know that deciding which guest sits where can seem overwhelming at first for most couples. So to help you kick things into high gear, I've compiled a list of 8 tips to help you better understand the hierarchy and etiquette involved in designing your seating chart and your floor plan. So my first tip is to start early. Get a head start on your guest list because it honestly affects over 80% of your budget. With the average cost of a wedding guest being about $100 per person, the easiest way to maximize your budget is to trim your guest list. Eliminating one table of 10 people at $100 per person can save you $1,000, massively impacting your bottom line. And once you have a final count of who you would like to celebrate with you, you can then go ahead and write a number in pencil on the back of each of your RSVP cards, just in a small corner that's not intrusive. And this will help you to guarantee that you always know which guest sent which card back, even if they forget to write their name or if they have messy handwriting. What you would do is create a master list of all of your invitees and then use your numbers on the back of your cards to double check your guest count as your RSVPs come in. This way you make sure no one slipped through the cracks and you stay on top of which guests can attend. Tip number 2, tables before chairs. Before you can decide who sits where, you first need to decide which table layout you would prefer and determine which would work best within your venue. Know that round tables will accommodate more of your guests and maximize the space in your venue's floor plan, while rectangular tables will raise the overall elegance of your event and also promote conversation between your guests as they're seated closer to one another. Overall, your choice is likely going to be affected by your budget, your guest count, the size of your space, and your aesthetic. Now, you guys have plenty of options, whether that be circular, square, rectangular. The choice is yours. Just take these things into consideration. Tip number 3, group your guests. Once you know your preferred layout, it's time to begin grouping your guests into tables. Create categories for each table to help you assess where you think each guest will be the most comfortable. And now guys, you don't have to use these categories, but I know that sometimes it is helpful to envision them to help couples get a better idea of where they should see each guest. Just think about who they would already know at each table, where you know them from, and at which point in your life would they know other people you're sitting with. So some possible categories are your wedding party or head table, your immediate family, extended family, your various friend groups, parents, friends, and if you guys would like to, have a separate kids table. Now know that you won't be able to please all of your guests, but taking the extra steps to consider what would make them the most comfortable will go a long way. Tip number 4, visualization is key. So create either a digital or a tangible floor plan that will allow you to visualize how your table layout will work within your venue. Whether you use a digital seating chart maker such as Wedding Wire or All Seated, or if you decide to stick to the homemade route and go sticky notes and toothpicks, whatever you decide, try to group similar tables of your guests together and play around with the placement of your guest tables, your DJ, and other focal points to find a layout that best works for you. Tip number 5 is to know the difference. So this part is actually very crucial when finalizing your seating chart arrangements. It's crucial to understand the difference between the types of seating, as well as the differences between your seating chart and escort cards. So allow me to explain so that you guys can get a better understanding. There are 3 main types of seating, and I'll go ahead and explain about them. The first is an assigned chair. This is when you assign each guest a specific seat for them to sit in at a specific table. The second is an assigned table, and this is when you assign each guest a specific table, but not a specific seat. Third, we have the unassigned or open seating. This is when your guests can sit wherever they would like. Now, assigned chairs are most commonly used for a plated meal with a server and a pre-ordered meal, and while assigned tables and open seating are most commonly used for buffet and family-style meals. Now, if you're considering doing open seating, I definitely recommend having additional 10 to 20% of seating on hand, just in case all of your groupings don't work out as you planned them to, and you have guests that sit in different pairings. You don't want to have empty seats or not enough room for your guests to actually seat. Now, there are 3 main ways to communicate where your guests are going to be seated. And this is done through the first method of escort cards, which communicates which seat each guest is assigned to, or your seating chart, which is number 2, which communicates which table each guest is assigned to. And third, we have the seating chart and the escort card. Now, this is where your guests can find their name on the seating chart, and then they locate their specific seat at the table once they're inside the reception space. Now, escort cards are especially needed when guests are assigned seats and served plated meals by a server. This is also ideal to help you communicate food preferences and allergies and other sensitivities. Now, if you guys need inspo, you can either check my Instagram, Pinterest, all over for escort card ideas. And if you find any that's really interesting, let me know, guys. I'm more than happy to DIY it for you, to try it out, to show you guys the process and what the final result looks like. Just let me know in the comments. Tip number 5 or 6, I think 6, is to choose wisely. When it comes to who you would like to sit with on your big day, you have more than a few options. You can have just your sweetheart table for just you and your partner, or you could opt to have a head table that seats you, your partner, and your wedding party. Or if you guys would like to, you can even invite your wedding party's spouses and plus ones, whoever you've allotted with them, to come on your big day to sit with you as well, just so that they don't have to be seated with other people they may not be as familiar with. Some couples also opt to include their parents alongside them at the head table, but that choice completely comes down to your personal preference and what feels right for you and your spouse. Tip number 7 is to prioritize your parents, since oftentimes they are helping a lot of the couples pay for their wedding and their celebration. It is important to kind of prioritize their presence in your big day, because they've been waiting for this too. The day is not about them, but they are highly invested in it as well. Now, if your parents aren't seated with you at the head table, they are usually at a separate table with your spouse's parents. And if your parents are divorced or struggle being civil in a room together, something that you can consider is maybe splitting them up at separate tables, along with some of their friends or their family, or just people that they usually mesh well with. Or you guys, if needed, you can even opt to have 2 or 4 separate parent tables to make sure no feelings are hurt. If you're really unsure about where to seat your parents, just ask them. They should be able to communicate to you where they would feel the most comfortable, because at the end of the day, you just want them to enjoy themselves. And lastly, tip number 8 is to be considerate. Be considerate, guys. So hear me out. While playing matchmaker can definitely seem like a good idea while you're trying to chart out where everybody will sit, know that in the end, it could result in making those involved feel very, very uncomfortable and potentially lead to some awkwardness at the dinner table. So yeah, really guys, that's everything that you need to know to help you chart out your seating charts and determine which layout you would like to know. Hopefully this information is able to help you guys jumpstart your planning process. Please let me know if you guys need any sort of clarification in the comments. I'm more than happy to help. If you guys have any other questions, all of that good stuff. And also, good news, I am making a course. So please let me know how I can help you guys. The overall idea of the course is to help you guys try to figure out, it's to help you guys more efficiently plan your weddings. I want to help you and give you like a 12-month wedding planning course to kind of be there and guide you guys as if I was your own personal wedding planner. So let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that, what you think, what questions you would have, what you would like the course to include, and that way I can go ahead and whip it up for you guys. I love all of your input, because I really want it to be everything you guys need. So just let me know, and until then, I'll see you later, Newlyweds. Thanks for checking us out.